to the dojo. This is R.G.T, and we are back for the next episode in the R.G.T series where we go over the next restricted legendary on our tier list, and today we'll be talking about Zamazenta. Zamazenta is actually a very straightforward type of Pokemon in which you're going to be using if you want that as your restricted legendary. There's only a very few variations that you can actually do in the Pokemon itself. The moveset, however, you're always going to have Body Press. Now, this Pokemon has already done super well when it was in the previous Regulation G format, and now it's actually starting to do pretty well again. And utilizing its Body Press, that is what you're basically going to be doing, is because with that defense boost that you have when you naturally come out based upon this ability, you're able to do some massive damage from the get-go. And going against opposing Incineroar, you're not even really worried about that because they're just using Intimidate, which is lowering your attack, which is not affecting your defense. So utilizing that is going to be your very best bet. Now, your other moves are going to slightly vary just depending on the type of team that you're running. And your Terra type, that's also going to be where you're also going to have a little bit of the variation as well. One thing about this Pokemon is that with its breakdown of its stats, we have a very great defensive stat of 140 and then already getting a +1 on that on switching. Now you got to be careful because Zamazenta was nerfed to the fact that its defense only boosts the first time it enters in battle. If you swap it out and bring it back in, the defense will not come back. So you got to be very cautious about that. Also, special defense also at 140. So this Pokemon is extremely defensive. You have a very respectable 120 in your attacks, but that just depends on if you're running any physical attack sets. Also, with a base speed of 128, this Pokemon's already just naturally outspeeding a lot of Pokemon in the format. Now, it's not going to outspeed like Calyrex, for example, because even if you went with a plus speed nature and went with maximum speed, you're still not going to be able to outspeed that of a Calyrex. However, with that speed in itself, you can not really even invest too much into it. So let's just say, for example, you just went Adamant. I'm not really worried about that, but let's say you just went Adamant and you have a very fast teammate, like let's say it's a Fluttermane and it has a boosted energy. You go for an Icy Wind against a Calyrex Shadow. Right now, with no speed investment, plus with a 252 investment against a like timid nature Calyrex Shadow, your Zamazenta will then equalize in terms of speed against that Calyrex Shadow. So if you just simply just went right there, you're gonna outspeed a Calyrex Shadow if you do an Icy Wind or Electro Web against it. So this shows that the fact is that you don't really need to put any speed investment and you're able, depending on your teammates, to outspeed your opponent. Now, of course, you're going to want to possibly do even more speeds because you want speed creep against your own Zamazenta, and or if you don't have the Electro Web or Icy Wind support right off the bat. So you may want to do a bit of investment around there. You have an opportunity to do a massive amount of HP investment. You just want to vary that based upon how your team is going to be structured. And then also with your massive defense stats, I mean, you're just pretty much set on that. And you can just do some investment here or there and just make this thing just super tanky. The biggest thing that is going to be about this Pokemon in itself is going to be on your moveset. So Body Press off the bat. And this is where it now varies. A lot of people will do like a heavy slam set. Then they'll also go with the wide guard. And then we'll also do with a protect. Now, the one thing about this combination is that if you do wide guard, then on your next turn, if you try to go for protect, you are running it as though you basically kind of already did a protect. So that means this next protect will only have a very small percentage of a chance to work. I believe it's like only a 50% or 33%. Don't quote me on that, but I know it's a much lower chance that that is actually going to work. Now, however, it's on the reverse side. If you do protect on your first turn and then on the next turn go for the wide guard, you are guaranteed that because you can use wide guard constantly. Don't know why wide guard cannot fail, but I mean at the same time you are still open to attack, so I guess it makes sense. But the weird thing about the wide guard dropping the chances of the protect going through, I mean that's a little odd, but you know, it just is what it is. That's the mechanics and that's what you're gonna actually have to work with. Some people on very few occasions will do the Behemoth Bash, so It just depends, and that's where you want to keep your attack investment going. But if people will typically stick with the heavy slam because it is based upon your weight, and Zamazenta is a very heavy Pokemon, but also it's going to be able to do stab damage because it is part of your typing, and it's able to knock off like Fluttermanes and different Pokemon of that sort. So challenge will be like very heavy Pokemon if they go Terra Ghost. So if you were, for example, because one of the biggest counters to Zamazenta is Zamazenta itself. But if you were, for example, going against another Zamazenta and you went Terra Ghost, you have the body press, which if they were Terra Ghost or your Terra Ghost, doesn't matter, your body press going right straight through you. So then if you are going with the heavy slam, you're not going to do much damage against it. So if they are Terra Ghost and you're just required to just do heavy slam, you're basically not going to get that much out of it. So at that point, you're going to need to make sure you have a good ally in the back to make sure you're able to take out that Zamazenta. On the flip side, if their Pokemon is very light and they go for a Terra Ghost and you run for that heavy slam, then you're still able to do massive damage upon them. That's going to be where you have opponents like Chi-Yu. Chi-Yu will typically go for that Terra Ghost, and when you have those type of opponents, you want to make sure you're setting the rain. Therefore, you're going to resist the damage that's coming from the Chi-Yu from their fire attacks, and then you go for your heavy slam, and then you can do massive damage onto the Chi-Yu. So it just varies on that. Sometimes they have other teammates that will do wide guard, so you don't even need to run the wide guard. Sometimes you'll just run alternate moves. Sometimes you got coaching, depends on your team. You also have opportunity for facade because you can get burned a lot, because Incineroar, a lot of them are going to be Terra Ghost, and those Incineroars will then go for the burn. Those burns are very detrimental to Zamazenta, so you got to be very careful about allowing your Zamazenta to get burned. So be very careful for that. So that's going to be the biggest key for this Pokemon in itself. Can run Crunch. I mean, if you're going against a Calyrex Shadow and you have enough speed investment and then you drop their speed and immediately go for the Crunch, or you're going for the Heavy Slam, either or, you're doing massive damage against that Calyrex and you can take it out. And sometimes people also even go, instead of that, they just go Iron Defense. It just depends on the team that you're going. So beating the dead horse, just basically stating that Zamazenta can basically run the same with the body press and the heavy slam, and then the other two moves kind of vary, and that is where it's going to be key. Now I'm already now thinking of ideas of running it with the Crunch, because that actually looks pretty fun. But aside from that, it's a very straightforward Pokemon. It just depends on how you want to do on your investment. So with that introduction, we're going to hop on over to Ric Flair McNair. He's going to show you how he runs on his team. He'll show you some matches, and then I'll show you some of mine. Now we're going to head on over to Ric Flair McNair. He's going to take it over. Before we go any further, I want to say thank you so very much for joining us here at Card Shark Dojo. Be sure that you are leaving a like, sharing, and subscribing, as it's going to greatly help us out as we are trying to grow this channel. And also make sure you have those notifications turned on so you don't miss when the next video goes live. Also, sometimes I know you all just want to sit back and not take things so seriously. So with that in mind, head on over to the R.G.T Twitch and YouTube page. There, we do various forms of content, including my very special Pokemon Roulette VGC series, other video games, skits, reactions, as well as reviews. So if you want to see some fun videos, learn about some new anime, play some other types of games, or anything of that sort, be sure to head on to those pages and subscribe for the fun. Links to those various channels are in the description box below. I hope to see y'all there. But for now, back to the video.
Alright, so for this one, R.G.T wanted us to play with Zamazenta Crown and Chien-Pao. And before I pretend like it was difficult, it's not. You use the two of them together, no matter what. Them two plus four of whatever you feel comfortable with. But just Zamazenta and Chien-Pao together is so oppressive. For those that don't know, Sword of Ruin still works for you. It lowers their defenses. But the way Body Press works, it checks your defensive stat as an attack stat. So your own ability, Sword of Ruin, doesn't hurt your Body Press, but then it hurts their defense, so your Body Press does more damage. It's just good. On top of that, I got my standard Urshifu. Now, I run safety goggles because I wanted the focus sash on here. And running safety goggles on Urshifu plus Terra Grass on Zamazenta makes it where a lot of times I'm not scared of Amoonguss at all. They usually don't run a grass move. It's usually Sludge Bomb or it's Pollen Puff. So I'm not worried about the grass move against my Urshifu. But having safety goggles and Terra Grass makes it to where Rage Powder, not a problem. Spore, not a problem. Terra Steel, Life Orb, Landos, Sheer Force, this just hits damage hard. And if you can get it to where you think they're going to pivot and you sub up, you're fine. AV Raging Bolt survives a lot of things it shouldn't. And that Terra Fairy on top of it being a dragon type. This is my fake fantasy core, the Steel Fairy Dragon core. Using this Terra, and then that's the dragon type. And then lastly, my Covert Cloak, Prankster, Tailwind. I use Rain Dance a lot more than you think you would. Not because I'm trying to build up my Urshifu, which it can help with that. But just to shut off Sun teams. I've ran into several Rain Sun teams. And when you ask, but Ric Flair, how easy is this team to pilot? Well, there's my win-loss record of just a 20-minute play session. And this loss here, I forgot that the Turtle's Terra Stellar ability still goes through Terra Ghost. That's on me. This loss here, I let him get Trick Room up too fast. And then this one here, I had it until the very end. And then his Mind's Eye, his Hyper Voice Throat Spray got me at the end. But I mean, you can see it's a wall. And here's the thing, boom. I really only led Chen Pao Zamazenta. You don't need a lot of thinking with it. I know that sounds bad, but like I did, these were all singles. If it was best 2 out of 3, sure, I'd mix it up. But for just singles, leading these two is so oppressive. Let me hop into one real quick, and we'll show you real quick of what it looks like. All right, so accept the open team sheets, my guy. Not even thinking. Gonna lead Champao Zamazenta just off the rip. Let's see. He has Torkoal. Do I care to turn off the sun in this matchup? Maybe. Raging Bolt's good here. I'm trying to decide now between Lando or Tornadus. And I got top because he hasn't picked team sheets or not. I don't really want the taunt. It might be the wrong idea, but let's bring Tornadus. Alright, Whim, Fluddermane, Jinpao, Zamazenta. Okay. Does he double into me? Maybe. Let's protect Terra Grass, Heavy Slam the Fluttermane. And if you protect the Fluttermane, you got it. If not, I think I take it. It forces him to Terra Ghost here. Come on now. There we go. Oh, Terra Fairy. I got bad news for you, buddy. I got bad news for you. Bop. Oh, love it. Love it. Now, he does have Tailwind up, so that is one problem for us. Alright, there's my next problem. So, I am going to have to think this one through real quick. I'm gonna Ice Spinner the Cali. And I will Wide Guard. Ooh, sub. Okay, he shows the D-Gleam. Okay. Here, let's... He's got a double single target here, right? He has to feel the pain. Let's Ice Shard the Cali. And then let's Heavy Slam the Cali, right? Helping Hand. Psychic. Ooh, okay. So we'll protect and we'll Tailwind. No, we don't have to protect. Let's Ice Spinner and Tailwind. Come on now, make a move. Make a move. That's fine. Okay. So we're going to Ice Spinner here, and we're going to Taunt here. Ice Spinner should get to the KO. Taunt will keep him from getting his Tailwind back up. Come on, make a move. And that's usually what I do when I play this team, by the way, is I usually pick one Pokemon and just bully it. So like this one, I bullied the Flutter Mane and let the Whimsicott alone, and I'll just play around it. And yeah, they forfeit. Alrighty then. Ooh, now this is a bad matchup. I don't like Kyogre for me. We're gonna still lead Chien-Pao Zamazenta. We'll bring Raging Bolt for sure. And well, hang on. Do I need Raging Bolt? I almost want to bring Double Genie. Let's bring Double Genie. Let's bring Double Genie. Okay. So for this is going to be difficult because Chi-Yu is one of our problem Pokemon. Especially if they Terra Ghost. Let's protect, and then let's body press the Chi-Yu. He didn't Terra Ghost, so Chi-Yu's gone. Trick Room. Oh no, it's Slow Ogre. It's Slow Ogre. No. Okay. If it's Slow Ogre, let's Ice Spinner here, and let's Wide Guard. Okay. I guess he didn't know I have Wide Guard, the most common move on Zamazenta, like, because he just forfeited. Oh no, not again. Not again. Not again. This one I like Raging Bolt though, so I will bring Raging Bolt to this one. And Lando or Torn? Lando or Torn? Let's bring Torn. Hey, he accepted Open Team Sheet. That's what I'm talking about. Ew, Choice Scarf. Choice Scarf. I mean, I'll still bring the same ones. But Choice Scarf is good, but ew. Come on now, make your move, make your move, make your move. AV Grimmsnarl, what are we on? Okay, you clearly got the advantage here. Like, you don't need that much Tailwind power, my guy. Ice Spinner, the Tortoise, and Heavy Slam. Or not Heavy Slam, Wide Guard. Yep. Force him into a single target move. Hydro Pumps. Cool. Okay. So we're going to Ice Spinner here and protect. I forgot that protect counts off of Wide Guard. How am I in the 1300s and not remember that? Silly me. Silly, silly me. Ooh, nice. That was a real nice play. Oh, that might get me. That might get me. That got me. Yeah, we lose this one. We lose this one hard. I like his team, though. But we lose this one hard. There's no way I can come back. Let him know, too. Gee, well played, my dude. See, we don't just always show off wins. And you know, we can't leave on a loss, right? We gotta play one more. We can't leave on a loss. I need to slow down, too. The problem with Zamazenta is I would just go into like brain dead mode and just run it and not pay attention to what I'm running. Ooh, Zamazenta on Zamazenta action. Oh, I want Torn. No, I don't. I want Lando. No, I don't. What do I want here? Ah. You know what? I want Chin Pao, Urshifu, Zamazenta, Lando. We're going to protect and we're going to detect, right? I think so. Or do I want to just deal damage to the Iron Hands? Let's make him waste his fake out turn. Let's protect and detect. Crest comes in. Drain punch. Okay. Alright. I just feel in my bones that Crest is gonna trick room here. So we can Ice Spinner and Surging Strike, and that might kill 35. Oh, it's close. We'll try it. Boom. Terra Water Surging Strike Crest. Okay. Bop. Bop. Yeah, we got it. We got it. We got it. No trick room. No trick room. Okay. Here's our problem. Let's protect. Detect. See what they're going to do. Body press. Okay. Wild charge. Okay. Let's haze and switch into Lando. Oh, he switched it up on me. He switched it up on me, coach. Okay. Now then. Iron Hands. We can Earth Power the Iron Hands. And we'll Body Press their Zamazenta. Yep, that was a good read on their part, but I still get some chip damage here. Oh god, I get a lot more than chip damage. That was a ton of damage. Okay. So we're gonna Body Press their Blood Moon here. We're gonna Earth Power their Zamazenta. He doesn't Terra, so this just takes it. He lived! No! Oh, okay, we're fine. We're fine. Cool. Body Press, Earth Power. Wait, oh, never mind. We got that, and we got that. And that's GG's. Woo! I mean, You see what I'm talking about though, right? Like, it's just oppressive. This lead just makes your opponent have to play different. Well, not this lead. This was the first game I played differently. We still got there though. And I will now send it back over to Rikazi.
Hope you all did enjoy those matches. Few things to take note is, for example, his Chen Pao only ran the ice moves plus the protect, so it also ran the haze, so that can be really good against Dondozo. It also ran the ice shard for priority as opposed to a sucker punch. Also, in that last match, he was facing off against another Zamazenta team that was able to survive a Landorus Earth Power. However, it was in fact slower than that of a Landorus. So because of that, it was able to get knocked out even sooner. So knowing your speed tiers plus knowing how much investment to do is going to be your greatest trade-off to identify whether or not if your Pokemon are going to be able to survive and or if it's going to be able to basically outpace your opponent and take them out. So that's going to be the big key. We're going to look at the team that I am going to run, and let's see how we fare in a couple best of 3 matches. My team itself is going to still be a Zamazenta is going to run the Body Press, Heavy Slam, Wide Guard, Protect. I was thinking about going for that crunch that we were talking about, but I decided to go ahead and leave it alone and keep it with the Wide Guard just because this team is going to have multiple options for Wide Guard, and that's going to be with the Pelipper. So the Pelipper is going to help set the rain in case of going against these fire Pokemon, especially like Koraidon and things of the sort, so therefore I don't have to worry about using actual Rain Dance. Also, with that, I have the option for Tailwind, also with the Wide Guard and the Weather Ball as well. We also have a very fast Flutter Mane, but not maximum investment on our speed. We are going to be a modest nature, but still speed boosting. So we're going to have a good bit of bulk invested in this Flutter Mane, and the main thing about this Flutter Mane is going to be the speed control. We got the Icy Wind, we also have the Thunderbolt for those water Urshifus. We also have Shadow Ball. This, I would say, is easily interchangeable for Moonblast. However, since I am not running the crunch on the Zamazenta, if my opponent does go for a Terra Ghost, then the Flutter Mane is going to be my main component to taking those Pokemon out. So that's what I'll be anticipating for. We also have the standard Chen Pao Dragonite combination to where we will do the Ice Spinner, Sacred Sword, Throat Chop, Protect, and then we also have, however, slight difference, a Life Orb Dragonite that's going to have the Extreme Speed, Stomping Tantrum, Iron Head, and Protect. In addition, also we have the Ogerpon for Redirection. We also have Encore there for our opponents that are going to decide to go for a Protect or any move that if we catch them on the switch in, then we can hit that Encore and keep them stuck in that state. So this is where speed control is going to be very important. And one thing to note is that this Ogerpon, maximum speed 178, and you notice here, with 244 investment on the Zamazenta brings us to 179. So on a standard Zamazenta with this type of investment on the speed, non-speed nature, this allows the Zamazenta to outpace that of an Ogerpon. So this gives you a quick offensive ability to take down an Ogerpon if you don't have speed control set up right away. But with that being said, let's go ahead and hop into some matches. We're going against a Eternatus team. Let's see what they're running here. Power Herb, Meteor Beam, Sludge Bomb, Dynamax Cannon. So this Pokemon is easily thwarted by Zamazenta. So that's going to be our main key right there. Now what else do we have here? We have... Okay, so this is a standard Annihilate. But Annihilate can be a major counter, utilizing its bulk ups with its Rage Fist later on. So that's one thing that we're going to have to be very cautious about. And those are our main concerns, honestly. Those are the main concerns here. So with that, oh, we have a Choice Specs on their Flutter Mane. That's interesting. Choice Specs. I like it. I like it a lot. All right. Okay. Let's play. So let's go with Zama Chen Pao. We'll have Pelipper. We're going to have to regain our speed control. And we are going to run on, I say Flutter. Okay, perfect. This is what we wanted. So now they're going to more than likely be stuck with going with the Dazzling Gleam to go for the Shen Pao. So we go immediately for the Heavy Slam. Oh, they went Moonblast. And they immediately forfeited. So they immediately forfeited because they aimed incorrectly. So, which is unfortunate because they shouldn't have ended the entire match. But, you know, it was just a bad lead off. But we should have continued the full match. But it is what it is. We'll hit on the next one. All right. Let's see what this match is going to bring here. We have a R.G.T. So this could be a fast. No, it still should be a slow Cali. Should still be slow Cali. I'd presume it's still slow Cali. Should still be slow Cali. Now, are they going to be Volt Switch, Electroweb? Nonetheless, so we'll lead with Fluttermane. And I think Zama's fine. I don't mind to go with Zama. We'll do Ogerpon in the back. Plus, for an alternative on our wide guard, we'll have Pelipper. I really think Shen Pao would be great. Matter of fact, let's go Shen Pao. I'll go Shen Pao. Okay, so this is what I expected. So now, if they go with, because as long as that thing is not Choice Scarf, okay, so it's not Choice Scarf, so that's fine. We go Icy Wind. If they drop our speed, we drop their speed right back, and then we go for a Body Press. But I'm not going to Body Press because they may Terrasilize. I'm just not for that life right now. Just not for that life right now. There it is. Oh, we're faster. We are faster than the R.G.T. Okay. Okay. Well, that's a thing. So now, what we do is we run another Icy Wind, right? And matter of fact, no. Here's what we'll do. We're going to Shadow Ball. And we will... Don't really want to Terra. Don't want to Terra, but we should be fast enough at this point. And we'll go with a Body Press. With Stab, we should be fine. There we go. And they went for the Volt Switch, so that's perfectly fine. This is going to allow them to get their speed back. Okay, so that's going to be a bit of a concern. Yep. Okay. Okay, that's fine. It's not fine, but it's fine. Oh, it's not fine. Let's see. So you're clear Amulet. You already burned your Terra. Already burned your Terra, right? So let's go Shadow Ball. And we will... I think we should be fine. Heavy Slam. Beautiful. Heavy Slam. Oh! No damage. No justice. No justice, baby. Okay. Well, that's just fun. So now, what we have to do is we have to go Wide Guard. We absolutely have to go Wide Guard and hit the Shadow Ball. Right? So, Wide Guard. Good. Allow them to protect. That's fine. They Volt Switch. They went for Rigoraph. Foul Play. Psychic. Ooh, that Psychic might be a thing. That Psychic might be a thing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to swap in to Shen Pao. We just got to pivot around appropriately. Okay, we're immune. All right, we got the protects just right, so that's good. We swap into Ogerpon, then we can, honestly, well, no, we won't allow them to do their high horsepower plus foul play. I mean, I don't think it's going to really matter. I really don't. Yeah, you know what? I'll protect them next turn. Okay, how much damage? Okay. They went Glacial. Okay. They got a crit. They got a crit on the Chien-Pao, but we are still thriving. Meow. This is where, let's see, so they're going for the foul play, right? So what we'll do is, I mean, we can Spiky Shield, but I do wish to do an Encore into the Farigiraf for whatever they go for. And I'm thinking that they're going to go for the foul play, right? And with that, we should be all right to go with the Ice Spinner. Okay, so that's fine. Perfect. So now they're encored into their foul play. So that's fine. We go with the Zamazenta. We hit the Follow Me. And with that, we can body press into the Regieleki. That was a smart play for them. We get the body press. They go with the foul play, so we're good to go for that. Now they're stuck doing that, so we will go with the Thunderbolt plus a body press. They go with the foul play. They're doing massive damage, but can they take us out? So we'll go with a Thunderbolt again, and we take them out. We got a crit on that one. Definitely might have mattered, but I'm not sure if their foul play would be able to take us out because we don't have much attack investment. So that should be good. Well, let's go ahead and hit the next round. Now let's go with something a little more oppressive. What we want to do, now they're easily going into their Farigiraf if we go with the extreme speed, right? So what we can do with that is still want to have the speed control. The Flutter Mane having that speed control is phenomenal, right? So doing that plus our Ogerpon, we should be able to heavily slam our opponent. Then from that point, what we'll do is we'll still have the Zamazenta in the back. We gotta have the proper defense, and we need to ensure we're able to finish off any particular opponents that's going to be in the way. And I would say that is more so still going to be us having our Pelipper as opposed to the Chien-Pao. Okay, so that's good. This is good. This is really good. So with this, they can easily go for their Trick Room. So I get that. That's totally fine. What we're going to do, however, well, this may or may not work. This may not work. What we'll do is, we're just gonna have to take it out. We're just gonna have to suffer through. So we'll do this, and we are going to Spiky Shield. Actually, I'm just not allowing them to get their parting shot off just yet, because now they're gonna want to go for the parting shot and get their Calyrex in. So because of that, I'm not too concerned with this Farigiraf, right? So I'm going to focus the Shadow Ball plus an Ivy Cudgel into the Incineroar slot. Now let's see if they swap out. Oh, they went Lando over there. Okay, there's the parting shot. You went for Rigorath. Ah. The fact they went for Rigorath there instead, that blows. I really thought that they were just going to just swap into their Calyrex at that point. But at this moment, we'll swap now. Hit into our bird that avoids all of that. And doesn't avoid that psychic attack though. Oof. That feels like though that did even more damage than before. Alright, we got 2 more turns of Trick Room, so we are going to run an Icy Wind. And we are going to have to swap back out. We're just absolutely going to have to swap back out. Alright, they went for the Sludge Bomb, which is totally fine. We get our Icy Wind off. We drop their speed. That's perfectly fine. Now we can do our... Oh, no. I think what they're going to do at this particular point is they will go for swapping into their Incineroar. And with swapping into Incineroar, they're going to allow themselves to get a Trick Room off on the next turn. So that's what I firmly believe is about to happen. So we're going to, once again, Shadow Ball, Ivy Cudgel. Oh, we went Helping Hand, Sandsear. Nice! Nice play. Nice play. I love the play. I do love the play. I love the play. So now we go Weather Ball. And we also go with a Body Press. Yeah. Now we have great defense. Oh, they're going to take an L. They're going to take an L at this particular point. So they're buried, but that's totally fine. I can still Weather Ball you. And because you're not going to be able to one-shot me, we just keep up with the Body Press. Well, actually, hold on. Since you are -1, we're going to Weather Ball into the Lando, and we'll Body Press into the Ensign. Because if the Ensign wants to use a Fake Out onto Zama... Oh, they didn't. They didn't want to do it. Okay, that's fine. Still got great damage off, right? So now what we are going to do is the Wide Guard. We're going to just keep that up because now the Calyrex is going to be unable to basically attack. And we stick with the Body Press into the Rigorath. Now they can go Helping Hand and use a high horsepower. That can be extremely damaging, but let's see what they do. They did not. They did not go for it. So now they want to go for the Trick Room, which is totally fine, right? Now their speed is back to normal. So what we'll do now is we swap it up. We will go Hurricane into the Lando, right? And we will Wide Guard with Zamazenta. Because the Calyrex at this particular point is unable to harm. There we go. Oh, we just got the... Ah, we miss. We miss. Oh, we miss. Oh, that is so huge. Oh, that is so huge. That is huge. Oh, we miss. That miss was huge. At this point, we're not going to be able... We're not going to be able to take them out. Yeah, because now they're doubling up. Terrasilize. Even if I can terrestrialize, body press, still not enough. Okay. So now we go for the final round. That miss was extremely dangerous because of that. So we still want to keep up with that. I don't mind the lead. It's just that RNG just happened, and it was just that low chance. But honestly, team has done exceptionally what I needed it to do. We could still stick with the Chin Pao. Matter of fact, what's your Terra? Your Terra Fairy. A good thing, a good alteration to this would be having something along the lines of a Tauntmon of some sort, but it's neither here nor there. We'll go Flutter, Shin Pao, Zama. We'll still keep with the Pelipper. I am still down for the Pelipper. Just waiting on the opponent. All right, they switched things up. They switched things up big time, actually. So we're just gonna double protect here, actually. I definitely want to do the double protect. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna protect. So they're trying to go for their Electro Web. I'm not sure why, and then they're going for the Parting Shot as well. So that's a little interesting, but we'll go with the Icy Wind, and we'll go with the Sacred Sword into the Incineroar. Matter of fact, no, we're not going to do that. Well, yes, we will. Icy Wind. Yeah, Icy Wind, Sacred Sword. No, we'll do Icy Wind. We'll go Ice Spinner. Let's get rid of the Regieleki. And they did not allow it to happen. That's unfortunate. Okay. Excellent play by my opponent. Excellent play. So we'll still stick with the Icy Wind, however. And we're going to still get rid. I still say we get rid of their Chin Pao. I mean, of their Regieleki. Yeah. I'm more so concerned with the Regieleki than anything. So I will Ice Spinner Regieleki still. Okay. And we missed that. That's unfortunate. Okay, so we still have the proper speed. So what we can do, Icy Wind, and we're going to protect. They swapped things up. They went for their Ogerpon, so they don't even have their Mon anymore. And we keep missing. We keep missing. This is unfortunate. But that's fine. Now we're just going to go with the Shadow Ball, and we'll go Ice Spinner into the Regieleki. Okay, so now they're just going to constantly do this. And they survived. Oof. Oof, the survival. Okay. So what we're going to do with this right off the bat, right? So we're going to Tailwind. And we're going to swap into... I don't really want to swap. Do you have that? You do have Woodhammer. You do have Woodhammer. You do have the Woodhammer. You are a lower speed tier. So the smartest play would be just to go with the Hurricane. Swap into the Zamazenta. Okay, so they did go for the spiky shield, so I'm cool with that. Excellent. Now we can Weather Ball still into the Incineroar, and we can Body Press into the Ogerpon. In theory, I could also just go for a Tailwind, but I'm not too concerned because my opponent is focused on their speed. Well, Trick Room rather. So, yeah, we got a good bit of damage there. They're doing their reduction of my attack and my special attack. It's not really that much of a concern for me. Lando. So they didn't even bring their Cali. Okay. That's huge. That's huge. Okay, so we have to try the Tailwind. And try to protect. I think they got us. Oh! They gave that to us. They could have won that just now. They probably thought I was going to go immediately for the Weather Ball. But I needed to make sure we had the proper speed advantage. So now we have Weather Ball. No. Yes. The Weather Ball. And we still stick with the Body Press. I mean, they can go Spiky Shield. Okay, so we're getting good damage. I am shocked that that Incineroar survived. I am so shocked that that Incineroar just survived. Like, seriously. Now we gotta go Hurricane and Body Press. They're wisely handling the weather. Very wisely. Very, very wisely. So now we're down to this whole thing again of whether or not we miss our attack. So, still gonna try it. Go for the double up into it. They can't fake us out. So do we miss? Oh wait, I didn't. They knocked it off? When did they knock it off? Well, I totally messed that up. I totally forgot that that they knocked it off. But we are still okay. We are still okay. We can Tailwind technically, but no, we're gonna have to basically run it and Throat Chop. We should be good. There we go. So Lando's out. We miss. They're down to... Their health is still the same. That's interesting. Now if they use knockoff, there's what it is. We try to Hurricane again. But we should pick it up. Okay, there we go. So a little bit of RNG issues with that. And opponents just said GG, so let's go ahead and respond to that. GG, well played. All right, but they already gone. All right. But yeah, so this is how this team itself works. I completely forgot that they had knocked off my items, so that is something to make sure you're paying attention to in any match. You just want to say, hey, don't get too comfortable. Know when your items got knocked off or something of the sort. Pay attention to like speed tiers and that was our biggest thing, is making sure we maintain the speed. They basically had to drop their Cali because they were trying to focus so much on that trick room, and it was very detrimental, and they only won the previous round just because we missed our hurricane. And then once again came down to the hurricane again, but yet we were able to pull it this time. So that was great. Our opponent was doing super well with their pivots, but we were able to secure it, and that is the great part. But as you can see though, Lando can be a major counter for a Zamazenta. So you want to make sure you have teammates that can handle Landorus, because with the ground moves and with the Terra Poison, that's very dangerous. And if they have an Incineroar reducing your attack, then you run in that heavy slam, then you're not going to be able to do much damage against that Landorus. So I do hope that you all did enjoy this video. Make sure you leave a like, share, and subscribe. And also, once again, if you would like for us to help with anything else, make sure you leave a comment below, and also leave a comment below if there's any other Pokemon that you're excited for. But with that being said, this is going to be the R.G.T signing off. You all know what to do. You stay strong and you power on. Swim on, Sharks.